University of Chicago has a new under the radar early application option that you need to know about. That's the topic of today's video. My name is Craig Meister. I am a college admissions coach. You can learn more about me and how you can work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process on my website, which is collegemeister.com. And if you're interested in learning about whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the USA, visit areyouontracktogetin.com. Again, that's areyouontracktogetin.com, at which you will complete a free 3-minute assessment. Your results will be emailed to you right away, and they will help you clarify whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the United States of America. You may want to call this very early action, very early. My goodness, here we go. Starting fall 2024, students who complete any of University of Chicago's pre-college summer session programs may apply through our binding, so that's really not very early action, it's very early decision, early notification option in their final year of high school. This is wild. So basically, let's say you do a summer program at University of Chicago summer before your 11th grade year. Now, all of a sudden, you could apply to University of Chicago binding as a rising 12th grader, basically, and hear from Chicago very early, but you're binded to go, of course, if you get in. Students who have completed a UChicago residential or online, it could even be an online summer program with Chicago, summer session program, are eligible to apply to UChicago through our UChicago summer student early notification option, in addition to our 4 standard application plan options, which include ED1, EA, ED2, or regular. Students are eligible if they are in their final year of high school and have participated in a UChicago summer session program during any of their high school summers. Eligible students may apply using this option from September 1 to October 15 and will receive an admissions decision 3 weeks after completing their full application during this time frame or prior to November 1st. But either way, oh my goodness, let's say you apply on September 1st. You're a strong student. You know Chicago's your first choice school. You took part in a summer program at some point during your high school with Chicago. You could apply September 1. September 1. And you will hear by October 1, potentially that you've gotten in and you're committed to going to UChicago a whole year later. What a gift. What an amazing program. This is better than early decision for the student who really knows he or she wants to go to Chicago, because you're not going to hear early decision until the middle of December. You could hear about this theoretically, you could hear about this before fall starts. Yeah, let's say you do it September 1. I think fall starts officially September 20th-ish? Or if they are a little bit faster, they could, maybe the first day of fall. You could basically hear the first week of fall if you get on the horse early. This is amazing. And it really blows out of the water previous advice I have given for years, decades now, almost 2 decades, where I say that the summer programs are, of course, valuable from the perspective of learning more about a college, especially if you're living on that campus. But even if you're doing it online, learning about the way in which that university or college functions. But otherwise, you should never consider it as as sort of like a fast track into a school. Well, now, my goodness. So there's no guarantee, of course, you're going to get in or have a better shot of getting in. But you get to the front of the line. That's a huge deal. That is a huge deal. You get to the absolute front of the line and you get to hear potentially months before you would hear from early decision and early action. Definitely early decision 1, definitely early decision 2, and early action. You're going to hear months later. So if you know, whether you're a youngin' or you've already happened to be lucky enough to have taken part in a UChicago summer program, and you know Chicago is your first choice, UChicago, here starting in the fall of 2024, you can apply to Chicago on September 1. And if you submit that baby on September 1 or even October 13th, you will hear within 3 weeks or by November 1st. That's amazing. That is amazing. This is huge, earth-shattering news in my world, which is the world of college admissions. If more colleges start doing this, we are in a Wild West type of situation. A few years ago, there were rules that were ruled to be anti-competitive that were lifted because of potential lawsuits with the Department of Justice. And so old rules about deadlines have basically gone by the wayside, and Chicago is now taking advantage of that hugely with this. Who knows if this pilot will continue into the future, but at least for fall 2025 admission, this is a golden nugget of an opportunity for potential UChicago students, prospective UChicago students who are lucky enough to have already taken part in a summer program. I think it's too late to take part in a summer program in summer 2024 right now. It's too late, right? But my goodness, you might as well, if you're a member of the class of 2026 in high school or younger, you may seriously want to consider taking part in a summer program at UChicago if it's one of your top choices already, or with Chicago even online, because it seems as though you may get to the front of the line in terms of hearing from Chicago about your admissions decision. Again, this is all based on the fact that you were willing to attend if admitted. So this is binding. So this is, again, I guess I will call this very early decision, a new plan. Again, they're calling it the UChicago Summer Student Early Notification Option. But basically, this is the UChicago Summer Student Very Early Decision Option, because you could hear well before Halloween that you are ready to go. You are locked and loaded to go to Chicago for the next fall. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to work with me throughout the entire college admissions process, visit my website, which is collegemeister.com. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and most importantly, stay stress-free throughout the entire college admissions process.